Oh boy, what do I have for you today? It's crazy. I have something insane. Okay, wait. So, today I want to show you how the slow reversal in the market happens. And if you can identify it, you can catch these crazy rocket-fueled runs, which you've seen me take, and I have a few videos on. But this is about how the market reverses slow. It might take an hour and a half to process through the reversal process. And when it does, if you can identify it's the slow reversal, you will know when the reversal is done, and then you can enter with a very tiny stop. And it's about this. And I created this. I hope you appreciate it. It took me a long time. It took me a long time to create this infographic for you. And now, so that we can work through it together, we're going to clean it up, go through the process together, and then we're going to look at it actually how it happened. Because this is actually, let's say, a simplification of what actually happened just yesterday. And so we go through together. I promised it on Twitter, so here it is. I hope you enjoy how to master the slow reversal. Okay, we do it like this. I hide everything. I just leave this. Which is, I left on Twitter this, actually, I can show you, wait a second. So, this is what I tweeted about. If you don't. So we're going to talk about this piece of price. And as it happened, I did catch that long, by the way, that I showed in the infographic. I did catch it. And I was looking at this. And I did build exactly the narrative that I will show you, so that you will be able to learn and to do the same after you watch this video. I hope you let me know if this is helpful. Okay, so we've been what I wanted to show you is that we came down. Imagine that here we came down from 1 billion points. Okay, so there has been, this is important, the slow reversal usually starts after a huge drop. So imagine, I'll show you later, this is a huge drop of 100, 200, 300 points, okay? And then we start the process of the slow reversal. Why does it turn here? Okay, why does it turn here? There is something here. So something that has happened in the past around here that is basically making price want to reverse. There's something that happened here somewhere in the back in the history. I want to show you what it was, but it's irrelevant once you've identified that this area is potentially the area where it's going to reverse. You have 1.5 hours or 2 hours. In this case, it was, I think, between 1 to 1.5 hour of process. That while you were identifying and being sure that this was the reversal. This might take 1 hour, 2 hours, 1.5. And when it's happening, it's going to become relatively clear if you've been tracking the market structure. Okay, let's do that. How do we track the market structure? Okay, so first, okay, we're coming down. We know because of the crazy dump of 1 billion points, we know we are bearish. Trust me. You know we're bearish because you've seen this vertical line of hundreds of points, right? 100, 280, 120, 170, whatever. Has been a big drop. And then something happens, which is, this is misplaced, man. This is misplaced. This goes somewhere higher. Okay. So we have a lot of dump, tiny zones, and then an upswing that was close below gets broken above. So we have a candle that closes above a zone. This is what we call a flip or a market structure shift. This is the very first time in a long time after the long dump. I'm looking, in this case, I was looking at 15 seconds candles. The slow reversal will look much faster if you look at it in 5 minutes candles. Then it will be just a few candles, and I'll show you how it looks. It looks pretty clean, but in 15 seconds you have more time to process everything, at least more information, let's say. And this is the very first market structure shift, flip, however you want to call it. And we have a saying in the kind of market structure and order flow that we study, which says the first market structure flip, the first market structure shift is fake, especially on lower time frames. You can't really trust it. So what you do is like, you note it. Oh, well, 1 second. There was a market structure shift. There was a flip. But we dumped so many points. So we wait a little bit. We don't believe it anymore. We don't go long immediately. The market will not reverse immediately. Like the V-shaped recovery does happen, but the slower reversal is a little bit more common and a little bit because it traps more people in the wrong direction. Let's see why. So if you've been bearish, and we've been bearish and betting on bearishness until now, it's gone down, it's gone down, it's gone down. Oh, it's a fake. So we're going to continue to go down. That's the famous swing breakout sequence. So if you are trying to go short, you might go, oh my God, look at this. There is an SBS. 1, 2, 3, 4, even a 5. So we're going down. Oh, wow, this is the full bearish sequence. We're going to go down. And in fact, we do go down. But look what happens. We get to this point, right? And I have a note that says, oh man, this actually did not close. This did not continue to the downside. We could not close below this candle. So we note it. We haven't made any decision. We're just tracking the market structure, what price is doing. That was a swing failure here. We went back into the range and then we could not really continue. You will see it when you see it when you analyze the candles that actually made up this range. So we now start to inching upwards. And let's see what happens. Hey, actually, as they say, when a double top fails to continue, then it gets targeted. My friends have a saying for this, which now I can't remember. So if it fails to continue, then it's going to be targeted. Look, it actually did it. So we came back up. But now, this is a key moment I want you to remember. The first flip is fake. But now, even if we consider that this is a week and we are now bearish, now market structure violating this high has flipped again to the bullish narrative. Now is where you have to be nimble. You're trying to understand, is a reversal happening? And it is going to be a fast reversal or a slow reversal. A slow reversal will always behave. Well, a lot of the times will behave like this. And it will behave like this because the flips and turn of the markets will happen fractally from the lower time frames to the higher time frames. So some of these moves are happening actually on the 15 seconds, 5 seconds time frame, and some are then re-happening on the 1 minute candles, 5 minute candles, and so on. When they do re-happen, they re-happen with higher volatility and bigger swings. That's why you have these moves. Oh, actually, wait. That's why you have this wider moves at the end of the process. But we'll get to that. So let's keep annotating. So here's what I want you to annotate as we're going through. Okay, this came before. I'm sorry, I skipped a step. Oh, shit. Okay, so before we actually broke this level, we came down, did a sort of a slight up move before breaking down, right? So this creates an area responsible for almost continuing the trend. This area, almost responsible for continuing the trend, is a key area that tells us who is in control right now of the market. So when we come back up and we go above it, look what happened. This is a key moment. This area responsible for continuing also failed. So we have two failures now. We have the swing failure, and we have the area responsible also failed because we did like a couple of taps above, and then we start ranging and we push up. What does this tell us? Well, we have a second market structure shift, we have a failure of the SNDR, and we have a swing failure. You have three things that start to tell us, dude, we're bullish now. Okay, if you manage to follow it up to now, then you are now considering longs. Okay, some of us might have even thought, hey, there's a small area here, I'm gonna go long here. And I did take this long. And then I was greedy and I got stopped. Exactly the trap. This trap is set up exactly for people that were right early. So people that were right early get liquidated. That's how the market does the slow reversal, so that all market participants that are actually trying to speculate and don't have a very clear idea of where institutional entities are entering and where they're protecting themselves, they will be removed from the market. All inexperienced traders will be liquidated if they were right here, if they didn't have the stop at the very bottom. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, so this is what I want to say. So here's the famous battle of the responsible areas, right? So we came back up. We actually violated the area responsible. I don't know why I drew it here. It should be here, sorry. Well, we're doing this together. Okay. This is unreadable. Sorry. Whatever. Okay. And then we come down to the area responsible. There was a small fractal here, you'll see. Come down, and then who wins? Well, we had already violated here. So it wins, and it does a second flip. Okay, here now we're absolutely looking for longs. So what we do, we come down here. Now let's keep tracking it. Okay, as we come down, we do breach this level, right? So we do breach this level. That makes this area also an area responsible for sort of closing below here or coming below here. We come down and we do respect it. And then we come down again. Now, this is the element of where you put all, this is the moment where you put all the elements together. And if you have the narrative correct, you have to reach the conclusion that we're about to take off like a rocket. There's an extra point. So now this last up close move close to the origin, you can take the origin as from here if you want, does not matter. Now we are at the origin of the move again. We have given 1, 2, 3, 4 hints that the market is now bullish, and you have the final I don't know why I have this, and you have the final piece of the puzzle. The final piece of the puzzle is a sweep, right? Remember that OP setup or AFOP setup I'm always mention about, that there's a sweep, and the sweep has a double bottom. It's swept twice, and we're generally in an origin. When that happens, if your narrative is correct, that's the rocket. So then what do? You can wait for a breach above the SNDR here, fair value gap, it becomes inverted. You can do whatever you want. You can even enter blindly when you see a valid low forming here, like a candle violated there. And that's your entry. And that's how you master the slow reversal. Now, let's go and look at it as it actually was. 1 second. Let me do a small break. Like this, like this, like this. Don't go away. I come back. I go, hey, 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 it's still me. Are you watching? Okay, let's keep going. You like the new animation? I always like to do it in the wrong side. Like it. You like? You like? Use some AI to do it. Whatever. We keep going. Okay. Let's go. I didn't cut it because I should hide what happened, but let me show you what happened. Okay. Let me show you how much price went up. So if you do it right, you would enter right there. Right. 1 second. Tell me if you like this video. Like and subscribe if you like it. Share it. And this requires some work, you know. I would be appreciate if you, well, this is 150 points. Yeah. So if you caught this, you would have 150 points. So when I say the market had dumped, it's not a joke. The market had dumped 80 points. Okay, I said at 200, but it was 80 points, right? It was during London. The market at one point at 4 a.m. ran down, and we're looking for a point where it could reverse. So I'll show you where it reversed. Oh my God, that's all drawn like here. I'm sorry. So this was a zone in the 5 minute. This is the 50% of the zone. This is the 30% of the zone. You see, price arrives and start to struggle. Okay. So you could say, hey, we hit the 30 and 70 of a zone that was unmitigated, where there was a lot of volume or movement above. This could be an area where we turn. Okay, this is from the, that's all the higher time frame I want to mention. You don't really care if you just start to track the market structure as we were doing. Okay, let's see if this was the zone. Yeah. Okay. So this was what I mentioned, and I want to show you that my indicator, which you don't need, but would free you from, let's remove the 50%, the 50 zone, something I just added now that you can remove it. Let's just leave the plain tracking of the market structure. If you remember, you know, 1 second, we come down, you look, we come down, let's do a first flip, second flip, try to continue to the downside. Okay. Let's redraw it in real. And now you will ask me, how do you know? Well, I drew that chart from this, so sorry. That's why. So first flip. The first flip is fake. You know, we still keep going up and we continue. But check, friends, look. This is a swing failure. Do I have the swing failure stuff? I used to have a swing failure. Did I delete it? Oh, that is so sad. All right, maybe it's there. I just can't see it. Huh? Anyway, you see, we wicked and did not close. We come back up and we tried it and we couldn't do it. That's your first hint. So first hint is the first flip. Second hint is, oh my God, swing failure. And now we keep going. We start going up. Okay. What was the other thing? Was there any SNDR? What did I draw? Oh yeah. See, this the last up move before going down. Well, let me just put it on there. Yeah. Otherwise, you see all the elements and stuff, all the trades I took. And so this is the SNDR that was already broken. See, if you consider, you know, this is actually, there is a green candle here. It's the last up move before going down. Yeah, it's already violated, right? There's an argument to use this one, but we went up 3 times, could not breach it. And the other fractal I was mentioning about, the opposing one, is this one, which by the way is also volume imbalance. So price will tend to not to gravitate towards volume imbalances all the times. Okay, so we came back, could not breach it, and we did. What is this? The second flip, the second market structure shift. Okay. Now, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the moment you've been waiting for. We had, what did we say? Violation of this as 1, 2, 3, 4 hints that were now bullish. There is, so in this case, we came down to this imbalance one last time, right? Or as we said, the origin of the move. So you had a lot of order flow hints that now we are bullish. You are again in an origin. This is a fake move. We come down once, trying to go up. We do a double top in the SNDR, which is correct and it holds. So let's consider, let's say for the sake of argument, that this is the last SNDR responsible. We do a double tap, respect it, come down, and this is the moment. This is the moment. That's the double bottom in an origin. And now there is one final element. Let's see, class. Let's see, class. Final element. Final element. What's the final element that seals the move? The final element, friends, it's something that in the circles of VTFX, they don't like to say it. They hate it. But it's the final element. And the final element is time. It's time. And time because what time is it here? So here is 5 a.m. And here is 5:30. Okay. So what is 5 a.m.? It's the last hour. 5 to 6 is the last hour of the 4-hour candle. So the expansion or the retracement of the 4-hour candle, if the 4-hour candle has expanded a lot to the downside, the last hour it will retrace, especially the last 30 minutes. The moves generally start at 5:20 to 5:30, sometimes 5:35. And so you have a last manipulation at 5:10, and then we start rocketing. The last time that you can catch the actual rocket is 5:25, and then there's no waiting, and then it just goes up. So the other element is time. And I mean, elements of time are everywhere, and you can look them up. In the specific time of the London session, many times at 5:20, 5:30, 5:35 is when the big retracement move will happen. Sometimes it's at the close, sometimes it's actually the 6 a.m. push because it could not complete the move before. In the last 10 minutes of 5:50 to 6:10, the madness happens. But the last thing I want to show you is that this breach, so the last element is time. There was a breach, so there's also a down, close, open, high, close. There is a fractal here. So when we close above this fractal and retest it, that's your entry. 5:17. As you can see, you could even wait for a retest here before entering. Whichever entry you did, you would have a good time. at least we came back to the original consolidation, to the equalize. This is another possible hint. As you know, we target equalize, and yeah, we got equalize. Even if you just targeted that, you would get, you know, also other tiny order flow things. If you check, let's equalize here. Yeah, this is swept, but there's a nice trend line here. So there is some hint that levels wanted to be taken. Okay, I think that's what I wanted to show. We close with this. Okay, that's what I have for you. I would like to have some feedback. Let me know. One second.